as you fade away. Hey guys, welcome to yet another video, another vlog. I missed 2 days. It's like the 14th today. The last time I posted was on the 11th, and 12, 18, 14. Missed 2 days, meaning that I missed my Vlogmas day 12, day 13, and day 14. That sucks. I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna be posting 2 Vlogmas days for like 2 to 3 days, just until I am back on track, because I have really been struggling to capture anything, mostly because of the babies that are here, and another reason being the fact that honestly, in all honesty, my life doesn't really have much going on. It doesn't have much going on. It's just basically me in the house every single day. But then again, we can never allow that to be the excuse. I'll be using this Clicks Sun Protect Face SPF 50 face cream. Guys, I am really struggling to figure out how much SPF somebody must put on their faces. I'm not very sure if I'm gonna go out, but if I do go out, I would rather I put this on now instead of forgetting, because forgetting will cost us good and healthy skin, It will. So welcome you guys to another vlog. Today we'll be doing a quick makeup routine. I actually don't do makeup content in a way, but I want to start doing makeup content. So this is gonna be my first professional try, because I feel like I need to do this, this is me. I really need to do this. I'm using this Essence You Better Work Gym Proof Primer. It's basically the only and affordable primer that I use, mostly because of its affordability and everything else like that. And yes, I am doing my makeup in this room. I know it's weird, but I just couldn't find any other room that has gorgeous lighting like this one. And the other side of the house, there's the kids, as you can hear. So I'm afraid they're gonna be too loud and much of a distraction, which I really want to avoid. Basically, I am just working on myself as an individual. There's really not much that is happening in my life currently, but one thing I do love about this phase is that it allows me to sow in good habits, good fruits, and things like that, right? Because with sowing comes reaping, and with reaping means abundance, right? Abundance of harvest, right? So I'm gonna be doing a very simple makeup look. Like I was saying, I really want to venture into the makeup space. That's actually how I began this channel, before the whole pep talk business, before the whole vlogging system. I was introduced to the likes of Jessica van Heerden. I will be showcasing the pictures here. Y'all's channel, Mishali Ndamase, and honestly speaking, that life fascinated me, simply because I was like those girls at home, right? I was like one of those girls who will literally take time and put on their makeup. In as much as I never did anything professionally in the makeup space, I always wanted to kind of like learn more about the makeup space, and those channels actually gave me a glimpse of what it looks like to be somebody who focuses on makeup full time. I'm using the Pro Concealer. My goodness, my makeup is almost finished. So I not only saw myself in them, I wanted to try something different, because at the time, okay, let's make it this a chit chat, get ready with me, because so at the time I was very sick and I ended up resigning at work for reasons which you'll probably know as time goes on in this channel. So I decided to you know what, my sister was actually the one who introduced me to YouTube videos and things like that, and I started watching the ladies. I loved how they put themselves out there, and I could see that in myself. But then again, confidence in the girl was so little, I could never really put myself up to such a thing. But then again, one time I said, to hell with it, I'm just gonna go ahead and be, and it worked out for some time. But then again, because I was not very confident with what I was doing, it was almost impossible to kind of like be consistent in that field. I was not very confident, neither was I very motivated at the time, because I had just gone through a terrible experience where I had to leave my job, and now I'm back with living with my family, and they basically are taking care of me in ways that I never imagined that they could. I'm this sickly child, all of a sudden, from being healthy and all motivated to being all sickly and stuff. So it was quite a difficult transition. But then again, I remember I went with my sister. My sister sells houses, and she was like, maybe you could do that because you are like this, you are like this, you are outgoing, and you definitely like beauty and fashion things. But then again, there's always things like, if you check out my talk videos, I always speak about the determination that I never had to work hard on anything. I never really worked hard on anything, and I think that was mostly what delayed every progress of growth that I could experience and things like that. Because guys, one thing about working with all your heart and being diligent with your work and things like that is that you will always reap the rewards of the hard work. It is a principle that what you sow you will reap, and most of my life I really just sowed laziness, and at the end of the day I just reaped laziness. And at first I wanted to blame everybody and everything around me, but then again, at some point I needed to be honest with myself and be like, you know what, girl, you are the cause of your own misfortune, so to speak, because you really never wanted to put yourself out there. You were too focused on what people think about you, and you were too focused, self-conscious as to you don't want to make any mistakes. So that kind of like worked against me a lot. And since that time until now, and we're talking 2019, I've just been trying to regain my confidence, regain the kind of person that I am, because I know that, contrary to what a lot of people believe, I am really outgoing, and I just really want to be out there. A lot of people will call it I want to be seen complex. I don't see it that way. I just think that I'm just created for this field where you have to be out there, if that makes sense, right? And oh, that's a bit harsh. I need to tone that down. So yeah, then fast forward 2020, 2021, 2022, 3 years later, I want to go back into the makeup scene. Why? Because I feel like more than anything, I will regret not doing the kind of content that I love on my page, right? In as much as I want to spread positivity and all of those things, I also want to spread courageously being you as per God's will and desire for all our lives, right? So yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna wait for that to set a bit before I go in with my eyeshadows. Yeah, I basically just applied that brown pigmented one, and I'm going in with this shade. Guys, forgive my palette though. I did try, but sometimes the palette just a break. So yeah, as I was saying, and then this industry fascinated me, but then again my confidence could never match what was required, right? Besides that, I had never done professional makeup artistry, and that just kind of killed my vibe a bit. You know, when people come on YouTube and on Instagram, they already come knowing what they want to share, right? But then again, I was not one of those people. I felt like my makeup was as bare as bare gets. So I retreated, and then I started doing talk shows because I felt like I wanted to help a lot more people who were going through depression and everything else, like uncertainty and things like that. And it worked out. But then again, as usual, I lost interest in that. Firstly, because I could not really afford, with the data rates being so high, I could not afford pushing out content for that long. Talking about content, look at that. That's pen. One of the babies brought pen to me. It was bleeding. I didn't know. So I felt like my content could never cut it. At the time I was looking, I had expanded my thing, my watching preferences. I was already on JK Aina, I was on everybody else who was doing this professional makeup thing, and I just felt like, oh, I could never match up to that. But then again, I think at this point I understand now that in life one should never really think it's a competition thing. I feel like when the time comes, you will always find the people who are basically for you, and yours is just to give your best to life and things like that. That's why I think I should get back on makeup, simply because I have niched down to lifestyle, right? And I feel like lifestyle is so broad. So I feel like if I want to do lifestyle, I want to share me, right? I want to share Komodo. I want to share the blooming season platform. But then again, for me to share me, I will have to share me authentically. So that could also mean that adding snippets of my daily makeup or makeup that I apply whenever I feel like I need to go somewhere and whatever the case is, because honestly I apply makeup like 90% of my time. You see the words are no longer that visible, but then again you can see that that's Essence eyeliner. I'm gonna go in with that. I love the precision of it. That being applied, I'm gonna go in with this Essence. The words are already out of the packaging, so I'm gonna use this Essence mascara, Princess mascara, so yeah, that's basically me. Come in, do a little bit of everything that I feel like is authentic to me, and then remain on my course, because that is extremely important. There is no one person who can be like the next person, because I feel like otherwise you are ripping the world of you, right? Because I feel like we are created differently. Yes, we are all created in the image of God, and he breathed himself into us. But then again, I feel like we were never meant to mimic or be like anybody else, regardless of the same source that we come from. So that's my main focus at this point, on being my most authentic self. So yeah, that's basically what I'm after at this point, to create the most authentic content that I can create and just be myself. Because I feel like for so many years I robbed myself of the me that I know I am, right? And this was mostly informed by the fact that I thought to be important is to be like everybody else, is to kind of like succumb to the society and what it requests from you. And boy oh boy, was I wrong. There is nothing more freeing than living the truth of God, thus also living your truth, because when you are in God, you eventually live out the true and authentic you that you should be, if that makes sense. So guys, I have quite a lot of discoloration, and unfortunately I do not have what's the thing, I do not have the orange or pink concealer that could help with the discoloration, but then again, we'll make do with what we have. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade. I wanted to go in with this Essence Camouflage shade, Ivory 05, but I feel like it's too white, so I'm gonna go in with this one. I forgot, I think this is Maybelline, but I forgot the shade number though. I'm gonna just apply it here so I can brighten up my eye a bit. Like I'm saying, this is a bit nerve-wracking and challenging at the same time, because this is like my first trial at doing professional makeup. It might not come out as professional as I want it to be, but then again, we're gonna try doing professional makeup because we can. It's also about to get dark, so I want to try by all means that by the time it gets dark, I am done with this look, this Vlogmas look. So I'm gonna be putting some of this Catrice Prime and Fine Mist on my sponge at the same time on my face. Just a couple of spritzes so that it can, all right. But then again, I'm gonna leave that to set a bit while I look for the perfect shade that I can contour my face with. I'm still struggling with contouring my face because I don't know if I want my cheeks to go down or to come up like that. I have a pretty much round face, diamond face, so I'm still struggling. But then again, I think I'm gonna bring them down like that. I feel like my face comes down a bit like that, like an oval face. But then again, we shall see. I'm gonna be using this Pro Concealer from LA Girl in the shade Toast. I wanted to use the shade Espresso. It's in the same brand, but then again, I feel like Toast will give me that natural looking concealer at the end of the day, because I want to basically look natural. Oh, natural. There's a bit of discoloration there, and then a bit of contouring. I'm still figuring out ways that I could contour my face best with, but yeah, like I said, I'm still learning this business, hey. I want it to look decently done. I want it to be like my everyday what's the thing, my everyday makeup, because this is basically how I do it on my lazy days. I hardly have any functions to attend, so the more the thing is, the more natural my face beat is, the better for me, since I am a homebody. And yes, I like starting with the contouring, the dark shade, because I feel like most times I misplace it, hey. Whenever I start with the lighter shade, I feel like I always blend it with the dark shade, which eventually just turns my face into an awkward face. So we're gonna try blend that in as much as we can. I'm not trying to look like a doll or anything. I just want to give my natural finish, like the usual look that I go for on a daily basis. You see how toasty that is? I feel like this is perfect because it gives off the whole I am natural, I don't have my face beat type of thing. We're gonna get rid of the harsh lines because I feel like it's a bit harsh right over there. And then we are going to look for a brush. I use a brush like this to contour my nose. And then so yeah, I'm practically going to share a lifestyle content which practically has a little bit of everything that I love in everything that I share, because I feel like we are over the not confident phase. I feel like there's a difference between being humble and just not being confident. And for the longest time I blurred the lines. I thought not being confident meant being humble. Boy, couldn't have been more wrong. But the good thing about life is that sometimes it gives you an opportunity to just rectify your errors, and then not all hope is lost. So I'm going to go in with my beauty blender, just blend this part in. So on my forehead to have a bit of spark, brightness, whatever it's called. Then I'm going in with the back of my beauty blender because that's where the dark pigment for contouring side. I feel like that brings a nice balance to the forehead. I'm just gonna blend my under eyes. I do use powder, but I feel like the kind of powder that I have makes me look spooky most of the time, so I'm not gonna apply that. And I don't know just using powder, so we just gonna skip the whole powder business. Because now what? I'm gonna kill myself for something that is not there. And besides, I don't use powder on my day to day, so I feel like this daily routine makeup would be somewhat not true if I should use powder this time around. I'm a bit textured over here, so I try by all means to not only dab but also swipe in while I rub in the product, because I don't want the texture to kind of like suck the concealer. And yes, most of the time I am using a concealer makeup look. I hardly go in with foundation. If I go in with foundation, then you must know that I'm probably not gonna do all of the contouring and things like that. I just want my face to look smooth and things like that. And besides, I feel like the more I add on products on my face, the more I don't get desired results. So out of avoiding all of that, I try by all means to stay away from applying a lot of products, even though I would love to know how to apply my foundation at the same time my concealer, right? I feel like it's a nice touch, and because my lines are a bit harsh right over there, I'm gonna just go in with the beauty blender to just kind of like mellow it down a bit. We don't want to look all makeup and stuff, because I'm gonna leave my eyebrows that way. Guys, I know I did say that I am going in with this concealer in the shade of Toast, but I feel like Toast is not doing justice. I really love a bright soft cheek. So let us try this again. Just one swipe. I feel like that add-on color will just give it a nice, you know, do you like that detail? I love that for me. I totally love it for me. Looks like my face is snatched now. Like I really more like keep on. Snatched girl, say what? I'm going in with the other side of my beauty blender just so that I can minimize the harshness that can be caused by the whole plastic surgery. I like doe-like eyes, so I will be using this Essence Inner Eye pencil under my eyes. I'm gonna use that beauty blender just to hold that up a bit. I have so many fine lines under my eyes, you guys, so I'm always just trying so hard to make the makeup that I apply under eyes to be as minimal as possible, even though I want that maximum coverage because of my whole hyperpigmentation situation. So there goes my doe eyes, and then I'm gonna go in with my mascara once again. I really love a bold mascara. The girl loves a bold mascara. So this is like my third coat of mascara. One thing about this mascara though is that it runs to the bottom lid for some reason that I do not really understand. And we all know that nobody loves a runny mascara. I'm gonna take whatever is remaining and then I'm gonna create a creepy sounding voice because I can. Whatever is remaining, and then just apply it on my ears, on my neck, because we want to look all even and balanced out. Let me see if this is coming out nearly as I wanted it to. This is actually so good. I never expected it. I'm just gonna continue. Go ahead with the lip combo, the not so famous lip combo. I'll be using this Smudge brow pencil. It's in this shade of brown. It's called the brow pencil, but I use it for my look, so whatever, Smudge, whatever. No disrespect. I'm not gonna line, I'm just gonna inline a bit. And then I'm gonna put on my A1 pearls because it's a must. It's important for me to put in my A1 pearls because why would I not want to go out with a bronzed cheek? So to add a little more vava, I'm gonna be using these. These are by Avon True bronzing pearls. I'm gonna go in with my brush, which I got from Clips, and we're gonna just bronze out. Ooh, see how delicious that is. I'm so proud of myself. I never thought this look would come out the way it has. And then because I really love a bronzed and peachy cheek rather, gonna go in with another dab so the girl looks nice and put together. And then whatever is remaining, I'm just gonna brush it into my baby hairs so that it gives that whole nice natural finish to everything. See my cheek now. Hey, somebody's bubble. Whatever is remaining, I'm just gonna go in with that, and let's attack the next cheek. Whatever is left, I'm gonna just brush it into where I contoured my nose, just for that extra vava. And then right over here as well, because I did contour this part of my face. Then we are going in with the Revolution higher lipstick. This is how it looks like. I'm gonna just apply a little bit of it. Smoking. I am gonna be going in with my usual Elizabeth added a color cream on my lips because you guys know me and this girl, we are like best friends, super best friends. Just gonna dab it in. Gives a nice shine to the lips, and then that is exactly how we complete the look. So you guys, because of my texture issues, I hardly use a highlighter. Whenever I want to use a highlighter though, I do use it on my inner eyes because there's less texture there. I don't use it over here because there is texture. I don't also use it over here because of the texture that is around that. So this is basically how we keep it popping. Last but not least, go in with the finishing prime and fine mist. A couple of spritz, we allow that to set, and that is the final look. Well, I can't be showing you the dress because the room doesn't look very appealing, but this is the usual dress that I have on, and that's basically how our makeup turned out. I love playing with a bit of color, so that does the exact trick that I wanted to do. And sus, are we happy? Yes, we are. So thank you so much guys for joining me for another Vlogmas. Get ready with me, chit chat. I never thought I would talk. I never thought I would talk this much, but yeah, this is basically me. I talk a lot. So thank you so much guys for joining me on yet another video. I'm hoping you guys are having a great time during these festivities. I hope you are taking care of yourselves, are loving on yourselves, and are being the best versions of yourselves that you can possibly be. And I hope that God is at the forefront of everything for you. And yeah, I'm pretty much hoping that 2023 will be the best year for each and every one of us. And thank you so much guys for joining me on this tutorial. I hope you found something helpful. I hope the chat actually helped you also get up and just go after your dreams, because if you don't, then who is gonna do that for you? You know, one of the major lessons that I got for this year was that there is no hero. There is no hero. Nobody's gonna come and save you, so you have to stand up and trust and walk on the word of God for your life. That's just basically how you're gonna make it through. So thanks a lot you guys. I will check you again on our next video. If you have any suggestions as to what you want to see, maybe a new makeup look, maybe something that you would love to see out of this video and you are interested, just hit me up on the comment section below and I will definitely make sure that I get back to you. But every product that I've used so far, I will be maybe not linking, but I will put them on the description below so that you can see what's happening and what's not happening. So thank you so much guys. I will see you again on our next video. Take care of yourselves and may the grace of God continue to be with y'all. Don't forget to subscribe. It's a nice thing to do.